welcome to another video of Mommy Diaries, and this video is going to be about my labor and delivery story. So I have recorded like everything perfectly. I have vlogged when I was in the hospital for the 2 days, like every step, whenever I got my medicine or anything, I just recorded everything. So when I finally get to editing the video, it wouldn't let me save it, and I had to delete some stuff, and I ended up deleting the videos that I needed for the video, which was, I don't know how I did that, but so now I had to do it this way. So let's get started. Okay, so Thursday, I had a Thursday appointment with my specialist. As you guys know, I was seeing both OBGYN and a specialist for my pregnancy because it was high risk. This was actually an appointment where they actually measure the baby. They do this like every 3 weeks. So I was excited to see if, she was growing or whatever. So we was waiting for my doctor to come in. He was like, yeah, we may have to move up your induced date, which my induced date was supposed to be that Monday on the October 1st. And this was Thursday before the Monday. So I was already getting nervous for that Monday coming up. And then he said that they're going to try to induce me today. So at this point, me and my dad looking at each other like, is this for real? I can't believe this is really about to happen. So they take me up to it. They give me a room. Me and my dad wait in the room. It's a pretty big room. They say go ahead and strip down and get dressed in your gown, and I'm like, I'm really about to have this baby. They tell me the whole plan, and they tell me they're gonna give me 2 doses of Cytotec, which is a small little pill that they insert in your girl area to help soften your cervix. And they told me usually they give the patients 3 Cytotecs, but my original doctor said that she only wanted to give me 2 because she, I guess, saw something in me that was only needed 2. Plus, at my last visit with her 2 weeks prior to this appointment on Thursday, she said that I was already 1 centimeter, so I think that kind of had something to do with it. So I get in the room at like 3 p.m. and they give me my first dose of Cytotec maybe an hour and a half later. And the Cytotec, you have to give it every 4 hours. So they give me my first Cytotec, and then the 4 hours later, they give me my next Cytotec. So with the second Cytotec, that's when I started to feel contractions. They had told me I was already having contractions, but I didn't know they were contractions. I thought it was just her kind of turning around in my stomach. So it didn't hurt, so I didn't really know that they were contractions until they saw it on the screen, and it was like, oh, that's a contraction. It's like, oh, I didn't know. But after that second Cytotec they gave me, yeah, I started to feel contractions gradually. And so I was like, because I had planned on getting an epidural. I had already told them I wanted an epidural, and they was like, oh, well, the epidural lady that gives it, she's actually asleep right now, so make sure that if you want it now, let us know if you want it now. I didn't want to get it too soon because I was like kind of scared that if I get it too soon, it's gonna wear off by the time I actually need it. So in that case, I just told her to give me some medicine through my IV for now. And that medicine, it just made me like kind of dizzy and loopy, but it didn't really take the pain away. I guess they say it takes the edge off, which it did, but it still was painful. After that, I'm just like, I'm waking my mom because I was trying to get some rest because I still had like an hour and a half left before they gave me my next step to my induction after the 2 Cytotecs, which is Pitocin, which is something else they give you through the IV to help speed up the process and start contractions. It got real at one point, and I was like, I'm gonna just get my epidural now because the lady was sleeping anyway, so I'm like, I don't want to wait too late and she did not want to get up. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get my my epidural. And at this point, I'm literally shaking because the medicine they gave me that kind of made me dizzy, it was just making me shake. Like, and when she was giving me epidural, they was like, you're not supposed to move while they give you epidural, and I'm just shaking. Like, I could not stop shaking. So I was like, is it okay if I shake? I don't know if I can stop. And she was like, yeah, it's okay. So I was like, I'm not trying to risk getting paralyzed. My toes got numb, kind of tingly. Then it finally moved up, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling better. And the lady came in and was like, oh, you're having a contraction. Did you feel that? I'm like, nope. So after my epidural was in full effect, they came back and checked me again to see how much I had dilated. And I was actually dilated 4 centimeters, y'all. So they decided not to give me the Pitocin, say that I didn't need it because I was already dilating on my own. I didn't need the Pitocin to help me get to that point. So after they gave me my epidural and it was in full effect, they came and checked me again, and I think I was about 5 centimeters at this point. I'm moving pretty fast, and they thought I was gonna have this baby like Friday night, and I went in there at 3 p.m. Thursday. So I'm like, tomorrow night's gonna take, I don't think it's gonna take that long. I was the only one saying that I was gonna have her earlier, like in the morning time, but everybody was like, no, tomorrow night. So after they checked me and told me I was about 5 centimeters, I decided to take a nap. And then I woke back up, and then she checked me again. Last thing she told me was I was 7 centimeters. And then next thing I know, it's like 4 a.m. and she comes in and checks me again. She doesn't tell me how far along I am. She just said, all right, you ready to push? Again, I'm doing all this with just 2 Cytotec, not 3, 2 Cytotec, no Pitocin. It had only been like 4 hours since she checked me, and I'm like, I guess I am ready to push. Let's get this thing over with. Before the doctor came in, the nurse had she was like, we're gonna practice pushing. So she was like, okay, we're gonna push for 10 seconds and then breathe in between. So she was teaching me how to do that just to prepare myself for pushing. And we only did 1 practice because I guess I was doing good, and she was like, okay, we're gonna wait for the doctor. I don't want you to have the baby now and, you know, without the doctor. So the doctor comes in and everybody sets up, gets my legs up, and then he said, okay, we're gonna push for 10 seconds and then breathe. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready. My mom said she was preparing herself to coach me through pushing. Like, she's like, yeah, it's gonna be like 30 minutes. So I didn't expect anything. Nobody expected anything. So then they say, all right, push for 10 seconds. And I push. And then she was here in the next 10 seconds. The doctor, the nurses, myself, my mom, everybody was in disbelief that she came out so fast. My mom was like, she saw the head, and then her whole body just came out. And the doctor was like, wow. And everybody was like, good job. You know, wow, first push. And it was really more shocking since it was my first pregnancy. So nobody expected it to go so smoothly. I feel like the whole labor and delivery floor kept coming in and talking. Like every new nurse I got, they was like, oh, I heard how you did, you know. Because it was just like a record breaking, I guess, that I only needed 2 Cytotec, no Pitocin, pushed her out in the first 10 seconds. Are you guys ready to meet her? Everybody meet Chloe. She is a week and 3 days today. I'm a week postpartum. Doing pretty good. She's doing pretty good. Keeping me up at night for sure, but I'm hanging in there. Alright guys, really wish I would have had my videos originally that I recorded for you guys. It was so good, but hopefully this did justice, and thanks for watching. See you later.